Well, hallelujah. The Shit Kicker soundtrack spirit and attitude is alive and well. A big Uncle Ted Nugent fire-breathing Motor City Madhouse salute to Carmine, Vinny, and Ron for 52 episodes. You guys rock on Hangin' and Bangin' with Carmine, Vinny, and Ron. Congratulations, guys. Keep that firestorm going. You guys rock. We love you. Salute. What a work ethic. You guys deserve me. Live it up. God bless you guys. Hanging and banging with the Greasome Threesome. Carry on.
Wow. I've been called a lot of things, but I've never been part of a Greasome Threesome. Thank you, Uncle Ted Nugent, for that most appropriate introduction. Hi, everybody. Ron Onesta here, hanging and banging with you. Normally, I am in rock and roll heaven right outside of Chicago in St. Charles, Illinois, at our theater, the Arcada Theater. But now I'm in real heaven. That's right. I'm in Cameron Park, California, at the Sierra Foothills at the Batia Winery. And I got to tell you, Batia Vineyards here is just an amazing place. You know, this is not like a green screen. Check it out. This is a real vineyard, and I am getting ready to partake very, very soon. But I definitely had to be a part of our 52nd episode. Thank you all so much for joining us. So many of you have been with us all along. And one guy that's been with us for most of them, actually 51 of them, I think. I got to get this straightened out. Let me get my my lateral brother, and I'm so glad he could join us today. You know him from Dio, you know him from Black Sabbath, the star of the show, we have to say, because otherwise he'll pout. Vinny Appice, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay. It's been quite a day out here. I don't have a good internet connection, so bear with me.
You're working hard. I mean, you're rehearsing, you're performing.
Yeah, and I can't stay on the whole show. I got to get back to rehearsing because the singer from Liliac, she just arrived. There's so much traffic here in Ohio that they just arrived, so we got to go over the songs with them.
What are you rehearsing though? Which you're in so many projects. What band are you working with right
now? This is called Sabbath Nights, and this is like all Sabbath music and a little bit of Dio sprinkled in. And it's the old stuff. It's the stuff I played on. It's really cool. I do this all over the world. So.
But the main question, all over the world, fine.
Yeah.
But will you land in St. Charles, Illinois with this project?
No.
Come on.
We're lucky we're getting last. We're lucky we're getting last in line there.
You know what?
I don't really have a band in the Midwest, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I will fly them all out. Hey, let's get Big Brother on. We're celebrating our 52nd anniversary here. You know him from Vanilla Fudge. You know him from Jeff Beck. You know him from Rod Stewart. But you know him from being a legendary drummer, Mr. Carmine Appice. Hey,
I think I'm going to go outside. Everybody's outside. I mean,
look at this. Look at this shit. Look at this view. I don't know. Check it out.
Wow, nice.
The lake.
Right, so look at this view.
There's a lake over there. There's we're rehearsing over there. Look at this. And it's, I must say,
look at this view, Vinny.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a winery. Yeah. The quiet is so loud for me. I never hear quiet like this. It's actually a loud quiet.
Oh, you should come here. I got the canal. I got alligators back there. I got alligators.
Poisonous frogs. You got fucking mosquitoes. You got.
Yeah, I got everything. Yeah.
So,
but it's good. Hey, I got balloons. Look at this. I got our anniversary balloons up there.
Ah.
Yeah, you can see. So we put Carmine in charge of decorations.
I got root beer. I got popcorn. You know, I'm partying here.
Nice.
You're partying. Our second anniversary, we have to all be together, though. I'm petitioning for that right now. I don't care if Black Sabbath's on the road. We'll go where Sabbath's at. We'll go wherever we're all at, or I got to get together to do this live.
Yeah,
because, you know,
that'd be awesome.
People might think that we don't like each other.
Yeah, no.
We're not rooming together.
Right? No, especially you don't want to room with Vinny. I remember when we roomed together in Europe. Vinny snored like a fuck. Oh my God.
I was the guy in the next room. It wasn't me. I swear. This guy next door. Some German guy.
Right.
Some German guy, right.
We were in Germany.
We got a big show tonight. So what we're going to do tonight, guys, we got so much packed. We're going to try to pack into our anniversary hour here. We've got some great clips. I know, Vinny, you can't stick with us for all of it. We got some great clips, though. We're going to talk about some stories, some favorite moments. We got a huge contest that we're announcing today. I'm very, very excited about. A couple of guests that are going to join us, some special friends, and a big finish finale. So it's going to be quite the hour. So first of all, Carm, Vinny, before you have to go, please, I want to get this out of the open because we do so much ball busting. We do so much goofing around. But I got to say from the bottom of my heart, yes, but thank you. Honest to God. No, Vinny, stop. Vinny.
No. There was a B. Nice? There was a B behind the phone. I just want to make sure it wasn't.
I'm trying to pour out my freaking heart here.
Yeah.
I want to tell you how much I love you guys.
Oh, hang on. I just dropped the phone. Hang on. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, now he's busting my chops. All right.
Oh, wait a minute.
Anyway,
Something's happening to my computer. What's happening to my computer?
Go ahead, say it, Ron. Ron, go ahead, do it.
Do it. We're kidding.
You know what? You kill the moment. It's
wait.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, you wanted to say from your heart what?
From the bottom of my heart. Okay, why did I know that was coming, man?
Yeah, I look like I got Mickey Mouse. I got Mickey Mouse ears.
I'm trying to look at you. You are no longer in charge of decorations for this show.
I want to thank everybody that watched this show because
really.
I don't know if I would have watched it for 52 weeks, but I had to watch it in a way. But let's thank all the fans, right?
Yeah,
beautiful,
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Well, these are people that are very committed, and you know what? They've really responded to the stories. They love, and it's really a testimonial to really what people, real rock and rollers, they want to know the whole story. The music's the music. We've been listening to these songs forever and ever and ever. But the behind the scenes stuff is what people really love. And what is this, brother? How have you dealt with this, brother, your whole life?
I'm trying to get the thing to go bigger. That's what she said.
Yeah, I bet.
Landscape, but it doesn't seem to do that.
I did the best I could. I had the tux jacket on, the whole thing. I did the best I could. I'm sorry.
Oh, look at you. Wow, look at that shirt. Wow, you're looking good there.
I'm looking good. I tried to do the whole thing. I got my tux on, a real nice tie. Look at this.
I was gonna wear a jacket too, but then I figured if I wore it, Vinny would bust my balls, so I shouldn't do it.
Oh, that's right. Believe me, he'll find something else. Trust me on that.
That's right.
I like that shirt. That's a nice shirt, man.
No, it really is a nice shirt, man.
Yeah.
Vinny, let me ask you a question. When we first started this thing, all right, because I know Carmine had to come to you with this, because I know Carmine started this whole ball rolling. When he first told you about this, or maybe I should ask you, Carm, what was Vinny's response besides "get the"?
I don't even remember. Tell you the truth, it was so long ago. Other than
I said, not that guy, Ron, or nuts.
Nutsy. Yeah,
no, Nutsy. What's it?
Why did I set myself up for this? I don't know why.
Why?
I set it up.
You did, yeah.
But
I want to know about the guy who's under you. Where is he at?
Which guy?
Look under your picture. Mark Hudson. Where's he?
Mark,
where?
We're waiting for Mark to come on in.
Mark is AWOL so far.
Wait.
Mark's coming. Mark is Mark. Mark Hudson. He's a guy that doesn't abide by the rules. You say, hey, Mark, you got to be a blonde or a redhead or a dark hair guy. What does he do? You know what I'm saying? He just breaks all the ruls. He does all of it. So, yeah. We got Mark calling in a little bit. We got we got Nico calling a little bit. So
no, Nico can't make it either.
Come on.
It looks like it's you two lovebirds that are going to be celebrating the 1 year anniversary show.
Well, why don't we get right into it? Because one of the clips that I really enjoyed, one of the interviews, we're rock and rollers. We love rock. We love the music. We're talking some of the legends in rock and roll. But then all of a sudden, here's a curveball. We get Weird Al on our show. and not only that, with our divine wisdom, we decide to add Rick Derringer to a Weird Al show. I don't know how that is. That's like putting, I don't even know, peanut butter with the chocolate.
Well, you got to remember, Rick produced Weird Al.
They worked together.
Well, it made sense.
Rick discovered him.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
That's right. He produced, was it 6 or 8 of his albums?
Yeah. And the very first one that didn't even have a record deal.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And that's the thing. And that's what it is. We're getting these stories out between that a lot of people don't really hear. So what are you doing, Finn? What are you doing?
I thought it started raining again. It rained about 5 times here and then stopped, and then the sun came out, and then it rained, and the sun's out. Crazy.
What town are you in again?
Sounds like
I'm
Florida.
in somewhere in Cincinnati. I don't know, outskirts. It's real country over here. I feel like, when we're driving here, like I'm on the show American Pickers. It's like, there's a barn.
that's
that door up.
That's where Ron looks like he's on a farm.
But I'm on a vineyard.
I know.
No, he's on a nice vineyard. This is totally different out here.
I know.
I must say, it's pretty as shit. Beautiful. Yeah. It's not humid. It's nice and cool. So,
all you need is your trailer, buddy.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, let's go to a clip of Weird Al.
Wait, before you go to the clip, I'm gonna run in the room. We got to play a couple songs, and I'll come back. All right.
All right. Let me know when you're back.
Okay.
All right. I'll be back.
So,
bye.
Let's say goodbye to Weird Vinny, and let's say hello.
Weird Vinny. Bye, Ron.
Bye-bye. I'm getting motion sickness over here.
Al. I mean, what can I say?
I would go with just Weird and not the L, but that's
what I was going to say. Could we call you Weird for short?
I don't think we're quite on a first adjective basis yet. So let's just work after that.
Done a parody that's really pissed anybody off. But have you ever been involved with one and you're got all this freaking makeup or all this stuff going on, and in your head you're going, "What am I doing? This one is not good." Has that ever hit you like holy crap? Like, I don't even like this one.
Yeah, every time I'm on a video shoot, my interior monologue is, "This sucks! What am I doing? Why am I here?"
Al, tell them about "It's Still Billy Joel to Me."
Oh no. Well, I mean, that was a song that I wrote when I was in college, like 19, 20 years old, and it was a parody of "It's Still Rock and Roll to Me." But it was years before a record deal, and it was just sort of like, it was kind of mean-spirited about Billy Joel because he had just put out the Glass Houses, and everybody was making fun of him for jumping on the new wave bandwagon. So the whole song was about that and taking him apart. And then a tape of that started circulating through the Dr. Demento show, and Billy Joel heard it, and they actually got his reaction on camera listening to it for the first time, and he said something to the effect of, "Well, I guess people in LA don't have anything better to do with their time." And it didn't like bring him down, but he was just sort of like, "Oh, whatever, this kid." But that was the point where I thought, like, I don't want to like be mean to people. I mean, you can be funny without tearing people down.
This guy, and that's what I'm talking about. You don't realize just how like incredible these guys are. What a small world it is. You talk about a guy like Weird Al, who he's just a nice guy, a lot of fun. And look at his life. I mean, his life has become somewhere. All he's got to do, he does parodies, and nice parodies. Like he said, he doesn't try to be mean to people, but he just says parodies, and he's a millionaire. I mean,
when he did the first album with Rick, I was doing my Derringer and a Peace record with Rick, and we finished doing all the tracks, and Rick started while I was doing other overdubs. Rick was over at Cherokee Studios working with Weird Al before this. Like I said, no record deal, just almost like demos. So I went over there, and Rick said, "I need to borrow your bass drum." So I let him. I went back to the studio. They were close. I picked up my bass drum. I put it in the car. I brought it there. And I walk in there, and there's Weird Al with an accordion, and
but he wasn't really Weird Al yet. Like,
I know, it was a weird guy.
Right, he was a weird guy, but not Weird Al yet.
Yeah, with an accordion, and his drummer was wearing this we're in LA, but he had this like tropical. It was like a Florida shirt, with parakeets on it and tropical things on it,
like a Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian, like even worse than Hawaiian shirt. And the both of them like left such an impression on me, like, "Wow, Rick, what are you doing?" And then he finished the album, and we heard the first song, "Hey Ricky, Hey Lucy," all that one,
Yep.
And it was so funny. It was so funny, and he did a whole record of that stuff.
And it's something how a rock and roll legend, even at the time, Rick Derringer. I mean, Rick Derringer is at the top of his freaking game at that time, right? And again, he sees the talent level and winds up, producing 6 or 8 of his top albums.
And the funny thing is, he got a Grammy for it from one of them.
Yeah, and he got a Grammy. Rick got with all the stuff Rick Derringer's done, he's got a Grammy.
I never got a Grammy either. All the stuff I did and all the big hits. Do You Think I'm Sexy and Young Turks and all those hits, Hanging On. We never got a Grammy. And Rick gets a Grammy with Weird Al. So that's crazy.
Well, he wound up being, I mean, he's a multimillionaire because of it, but he's a really good guy. And he said he'd be back. Matter of fact, I think, do we have a shout out from him, Ben? I think he sent one to us. We'll play it if we find it. I'm lobbing things out over to Ben Wheeler. And a big shout out to Ben Wheeler, has been dealing with us. He's been producing our show along with the Steve Love crew and doing a great job. I think what we'll do is go to the next situation, because, you know, we've been doing this show, obviously, it's our 52nd week. We're doing a whole year, and a lot of things happen. Obviously, look at the year that we're doing it in, right?
Yeah,
a lot of stuff's going on. And unfortunately, of course, you know, with every year comes a loss and tragedy. And one big loss, obviously, was your other brother, which, you know, in music with Tim Bogert, the loss of Tim Bogert.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Wait. I need help. Monique, could you grab? You're not gonna believe what happened.
What?
Can you get Vino? Vino just took my my prop. I got a big dog that came up here and just took my Mark Hudson prop. It's so funny. Wait, where's he at? Look at this. Wait. I gotta see if we can do this. Look at this. Can you see it?
No.
How about now?
No.
He's destroying it.
Oh, that white thing?
That's a dog.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah. Hold it up a little more. Hold it up. There you go. Yeah, I see it.
We may not be able to look at him. Vito.
Oh no.
well. So that may that's showbiz.
Yeah. Okay.
It may or may not work out. Anyway, we'll get to that a little bit. We'll get to that a little bit. Anyway, let's pull it down a little bit, because where we were going again.
Yeah.
Your brother Tim Bogert from Vanilla Fudge, obviously one of the founders. We lost him, and it was really challenging, obviously, for you. My gosh, I can't imagine what you went through. And we put a show together that was in honor of Tim. Let's show the clip, Ben, and then we'll get to your thoughts, Carmine.
Yeah.
What is the number one thing? It's okay. It's showbiz. Whenever you get it, to Tim. Look at this.
Well, Tim and Carmine together were a force of nature. And that's how I learned what you play on bass, is you play what the drummer plays. The bass drum and the snare drum. And Tim was doing the tom fills too. And every move that Carmine did, Tim did a corresponding bass move. And that to me would define how you play bass. And I got that from Tim.
And about Timmy, you know, those records take me for a little while to be as the benchmark for great bass playing. Not only, I don't know if it's all four of them putting into those arrangements. Great Trade Martin song, which sounds nothing like that anywhere else in it's outer space.
Oh man.
Thing that always struck me with Tim was he had this fuck you attitude that a lot of us adopted. You know, Alan Woody, my partner in crime in Government Mule, that was his whole thing was fuck you, I'm going to do it my way. And I think what Tim contributed, like I think Mark was the first person to say it tonight, the groove was always there. There was no denying that. There were a lot of cats that could go crazy but couldn't groove. Mm-hmm. Tim could groove his ass off and go crazy, and somehow came up with this distorted sound that made the whole band sound bigger, made the whole band sound louder.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know,
he was louder.
He was. I mean, compare him to Vinny.
He had five cabinets on the stage, Tim. You know, that's what made me get bigger drums, because I figured bigger drums, louder drums. You know, but Tim had two dual showmen and then three on the top cabinets and three actual tops and five bottoms. Unbelievable the amount of power that he was putting out.
And it seemed like because he did that, he kind of set the stage for the rest of you guys, for Mark and you guys, to really up your game and really help create the actual fudge sound.
It did. Mark Stein had to get, at one point he had two, I believe he had two Leslies with 300 watts of power in each one. That's a lot of power. And then he had a mic on the Leslie that went into a Fender amp.
Wow.
So it was like a dual Showman amp with two cabinets. It was huge. Vinnie Martell had stacks of Marshalls, and I had my drums and with hardly anything, you know. Eventually, I got my own dual Showman amplifiers. I think we were sponsored by Fender. And I had my own dual Showman amps with a Shure mixer with 5 mics on my drums. And I remember when we toured with Hendrix, you know, the PAs were awful then. You know, there was no monitors. Right. Forget about monitors. The monitor you have in your place was better than any monitors we toured with on the huge arena tours. And you know, it was unbelievable. So Mitch Mitchell came up to me one time, you know, Jimmy's drummer, and said, "Could I use your drum amps?" I said, "Sure." We used to put them right in the front. We didn't even put them near us. We put them in the front near the PA. Around the mic wires and all that stuff, and those were what we did to get by in those days, you know.
Well, it's incredible. I mean, when you go back to those days, and especially what he was doing, I mean, the integrated technology that Tim was using that really didn't exist. I mean, he was a pioneer. All you guys were pioneers. I mean, we've told this story, I mean, a couple times more than once, but still, it's still worth it for me because, you know, your biggest hit that you're known for, that you just all over the world killed with, one take, no monitors. I mean, can you imagine asking the groups today to do anything like that?
Oh, forget about it. We're doing Stop in the Name of Love. We've been mixing it for 2 weeks. You know, so, you know.
Really?
Yeah, and that's in tribute to Tim. We're going to release that with tribute to Tim because it's the very last song that Vanilla Fudge made with the original band.
Oh, Tim. Really?
Yeah.
And that's an amazing thing too, because when you think about, you know, all the rock and roll songs that you guys could have done, and you really were put into stardom with those R&B classics.
Well, that's what we did. That's what we did. We lived in New York, and you know, all the bands we played with before we made it was all club bands. We all played R&B, you know, and so when I joined the Pigeons were called at the time. I realized what a great singer Mark was, and a great bass player Tim was, and same with Vinny, and like I couldn't believe it. And I had another band that I was playing with, making some money, but I never really thought about making it, you know. But this was like the first, the first time I ever thought about making it. And we had these managers that gave us a salary every week, whether we played or not. So that really helps. You know?
Well, to do R&B, I mean, you got a bunch of Italian guys, or you're Italian guys from Brooklyn, and you're not doing Louis. Mark Stein wasn't Italian. And Vinny Matamucci was Italian. I was Italian. The managers were Italian. And Tim was Dutch. But he is a wannabe.
Yeah, we used to call him Brigatti. Tim Brigatti.
Brigatti, like Eddie and Dave.
Yeah, and we call Mark Stanelli.
Stanelli, there you go.
When we went to Italy, we changed everybody's name to Italian names.
Well, you would think from over there, Brooklyn, you'd be doing Frankie Valli, you'd be doing Louis Prima, you'd do a little. I mean, come on. Hey, another good time that we had. Another good time we had was with our good buddy Warren Haynes. I tell you, some of these guys are really, you know, these guys are doing interviews all over the place, whether it's streaming, whether it's but it seemed like we pull out like some emotion. We pull out some great stories. Let's check out the next clip of Warren Haynes.
Okay.
I think.
Thing that always struck me with Tim was he had this "fuck you" attitude.
We just heard that.
A lot of us adopted. You know, Alan Woody, my partner in crime in Government Mule. That was his whole thing. fuck you, I'm going to do it my way. And I think what Tim contributed, I think Mark was the first person to say it tonight, the groove was always there. There was no denying that. There were a lot of cats that could go crazy but couldn't groove.
Mm-hmm.
Tim could groove his ass off and go crazy, and somehow came up with this distorted sound that made the whole band sound bigger, made the whole band sound louder.
Okay.
Again, I mean, you're talking about, well, you're talking about
again, right.
A guy who really was supporting what you guys were doing. And it's really a testimonial. It's just like I tell people all the time on this show. It's amazing how many people Vanilla Fudge, you personally, of course, but the Fudge really affected. I mean, you're talking some of the biggest stars in entertainment. And I say entertainment because it's not always just the heavy metal guys. You know, the Fudge really set the tone.
I think I told this on the Paul Schaefer episode. We were we did the 40th anniversary of Atlantic Records at Madison Square Garden, and everybody played. Even Jason Bonham played with Led Zeppelin and the Rascals and Yes, and everybody on Atlantic. And we played, and when I walked off the stage, Phil Collins was sitting there, right behind the drums near the stairs. And he said, "You don't know how much you guys influenced me."
See?
And I almost fell down. I said, "Wow." I said, "Well, at the time I was loving what Phil Collins was doing, In the Air Tonight, amazing drum sounds, great song, great singing." And I said, "Wow, dude, coming from you, I really, that hit me right in the heart, man. That was great."
What kind of a trophy? I mean, one of the greatest drummers of all times and one of the biggest entertainers of all times out of one of the biggest bands that they're doing their reunion tour. Their last, I guess it's going to be a retirement tour. I know they're coming to Chicago, Genesis.
Yeah, probably his son's going to play drums because he can't play anymore.
Oh, really?
And probably Chester Thompson.
Wow, man.
You're talking about Genesis, right?
Yeah, Genesis and Phil.
Yeah.
Well, Ben, let's go to our next clip. We got a lot to cover on this show, and then we got a contest we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. What you got, Ben?
Then when you want your eyes to explode out of your head, Bumblefoot.
Oh, you have a guitar in your hand.
Many songs. I mean,
give me a little
the big hits,
I never meant to be so bad to you. One thing I said that I would never do. Look from you and I would fall from grace. And I would wipe the smile right from my face. Do you remember when we used to dance? And it tended to rose from circumstance.
Let's switch to another song.
One thing led to another, we were young. And we would scream together songs unsung.
Then you gotta play.
With the heat of the moment, telling me what your heart meant.
I'm out of practice.
Man, I tell you, Ron Thal, man, one of those guys, Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses, and so many other projects, of course. I know he's in one of your rock and roll superstar shows that you had by me also. He's joining Asia now, right? That's why he was playing that.
He joined Asia. He did a tour with them. I saw the tour. He was awesome. Well, what a great talent, and what a nice guy. He is the nicest person.
He's one of those guys. I mean, when you talk about rock and rollers, usually you talk about their technique, you talk about their hits, you talk about some of their bad sides, but he's one of those guys that always someone says, and he's a great guy. He's been a great guy to our show.
He just loves to play. I mean, and many times I call him and say, "Hey, Ron, I got a track to do. Can you?" "Yeah, man, send it over." And I said, "Well, how much you want?" "Nah, I'm okay."
He's never without a guitar in his hand.
I go, man. I owe you. Just call me when you need drums. He's such a beautiful guy. I hope he's not listening to all this.
I know he'll want more money from me, that's for sure. Exactly. And the other thing was interesting, and we started the clip off a little bit with was hot sauces. if you don't know it out there, guys, he's got incredible hot sauces.
I know.
From halfway decent with regards to the heat to something that'll take the paint off your car.
That blew me away. I didn't know he did any of that,
Well, with all the and it's wild, a guy like that, because he's involved in so many projects, so many bands.
Yeah.
Like Vinny, he can't even be on his own show. He's got to rehearse this. He's got to do that.
Yeah.
Bumblefoot's got so many projects going, and yet he still managed to keep this other business, this hot sauce business going. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is pretty amazing. He goes to the conventions, all that stuff. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, was it Bruce Kulick? Was it? No.
Yep.
Who's got the winery? Is that Bruce or Tommy? Tommy Thayer.
I think Tommy Thayer had
the winery. Yeah, it's amazing.
You know what? We're going to do a little thing, Carmine, because I want to do this for you. Ben did this for you because we're talking about what a wonderful guy Bumblefoot is. He just couldn't wait to be a part of this show. Let's bring him on. He wants to wish us a happy anniversary. Ronto Bumblefoot, what's up, brother?
Hey, I just couldn't wait. Couldn't wait. How you guys doing? Good to see you both.
Yeah, man. Hey, dude.
Singing your praises as a brother of rock and roll, and not only that, but as a brother in the food service business.
Yeah.
How's the sauce business going?
Oh, it's going great. Yes. Actually, right now, Zest Fest in Dallas, Texas, which is like the NAMM show of spicy food, is happening in Dallas at the convention center. And my sauces are out there. I've won in 2013 and in 2020. 2 of my sauces won first place awards 2 times. So I am the first place winner at this whole convention.
So that's awesome.
But to be first place, do you have to be like I was saying, does your stuff have to take paint off cars? Is that?
No, to be first place, they have so many different categories, and you just submit for whatever category, and they decide. One of my sauces was too hot to submit, though.
See that?
The hottest one.
Serious stuff.
And what do you win when you win? What do you win?
You get this nice little shiny award.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
nice. You get bragging rights.
Bragging rights. There you go. Burning rights. You get burning rights.
Oh, you get those too.
That's awesome.
Thanks. Just want to, on behalf of Vinny, Carmine, and everybody here on the Hangin' Bangin' show, you've been such a big supporter of ours and a great friend over the last 52 weeks. We can't thank you enough,
you guys, of course. Come on.
Yeah. And he's on me and Vinny's album, and then he did also my Guitars album, which I'm releasing a box set, which I have to get you. It's going to be 37 tracks. Box set with all kinds of stuff on it,
No kidding.
And
you better turn that freaking phone off. Haven't you learned in 52 weeks?
Well, wait a minute. It's Paul Shortino.
Still.
Is it?
Paul, I'm doing my show. I can't talk now.
Give us a half hour, Paul. Look at that.
Okay, Mark Hudson says, send me the link.
All right.
Good. You want me to get out of here?
No, you got time to stay and hang around with us?
Yeah, I'll hang sure.
Beautiful.
I haven't seen Mark in a dozen years.
Tell Ben to send Mark Hudson the link.
God, he'll do that. But we got another friend that wants to chime in here real quick. And again, this is a star-studded audience or guest lineup today. And also wants to thank us. We want to thank him. Wants to congratulate us for 52 solid weeks of rock and roll on the air. You know him. Come on, bring him on from Iron Maiden. Where's Nico McBrain? Where's he at? Nico! Iron Maiden.
Hey,
how you doing, dude?
Bumble,
how are you, mate?
Lovely. I'm good, bud. How you doing?
I'm good. Look, I got the balloons in the back here in the studio. You've been
mate.
I got balloons. I got some root beer. I got some popcorn. This is
let me just say that we gave Carmine a job to be in charge of the decorations for the show, and he got 2 balloons. So that's the extent.
Hey, two balloons better than none, mate.
I got 2 balloons.
How you doing anyway? Everybody good?
Yeah, everything's good. Except Vinny's rehearsing. He was on for a minute, and he went in. He popped in to play a couple of songs, and he'll be back.
Okay. Oh, lovely. Well, congratulations. Well, I'm going to say happy birthday, first of all, to the program. Everybody's going to go, ooh, it's supposed to be an anniversary. No, it's a birthday.
That's what it says up there, anniversary.
Well, you better change it. So, hey, Ron, how you doing, mate?
Good, it's great to see you.
Hey, Bumble, how you doing?
Oh, that Ron, sorry. Wrong Ron!
Yeah,
we went through this before.
He's Ron, I'm Bumble, sorry.
So I've just got to say, everybody, I personally saw Carmine just a couple of weeks ago. Listen,
we had
got
fun
together just after he'd been down to see his barber, and I said, "Who cut your hair for you?" He said, "Well, my mate Fred." I said, "Don't worry, we'll get the bastard." I think that look is fantastic. What do you guys think? Everybody,
I love it.
I think you look fantastic.
He looks like my uncle. He could be my uncle from Jersey.
I am your uncle.
I know.
I am your uncle.
Bob's your uncle.
He's the godfather of rock and roll.
That's right. I'm the Godfather. If I come way back, I look like the Godfather. Matter of fact, I'm doing a documentary this weekend that's going to be on Prime. It's about like people that had crime in their life and stuff when they were young. I was in a gang. We used to have gang wars.
You were?
Yeah, I was in the gang. Come on, I'm in Brooklyn. We used to break into the box. We broke into the boxcars and stole stuff when the little transistor radios were all in the boxcar, and the police would come. We run our asses off. I never got really caught. I got caught once, brought to the police station, but never arrested.
What was the name of the gang?
It was called the 38th Street Park Boys.
Really?
Wow.
And then the other gang was the 15th Avenue Midgets. And my older brother was in the gang.
Wait a second.
My older brother had the Rogues, and he had an R carved in his arm with a knife.
No.
With a diamond around it. And I used to remember that.
Oh my gosh.
And, but after, I don't know if you guys ever see the movie The Warriors.
Sure.
Okay, the end where they're on the beach, and they had the gangs coming in from all sides. That happened to us on the beach. I'm wondering if the guy that wrote that was there, because my gang was screwing around with these Puerto Rican girls in the water and doing vulgar things to them, and they left. I said, "We'll be back with the Chaplains," was the name of the gang. A few hours later, it's like all these black guys coming from Bay 9, from Bay 7. We're on Bay 8, and from the boardwalk. And we're like, oh, my God, we're going to get killed here today.
You're on Bay 8?
Bay 8, yeah. No, we went to
music?
Oh, well, yeah, I guess so. Down in Coney Island. No, Bay. Bay 8. Well, I don't know. Bay 8 was the Coney Island beach.
Okay, different one then. Yeah.
So anyway, so we told and then the leader said, "Look, we don't want to have blood all over the beach, so we want you to get your best guy who can fight me." So we got our best guy, and we told our guy, "You better lose." He lost. They dispersed. After that, I said, "You know what?" I was just starting to play drums, so when those guys would call me, I go, "Dude, I got to practice." I didn't go anymore, and I started playing drums, and basically the music saved me from that stuff. Now some of those guys are in jail for murder. They're in the mafia, OD'd on drugs. I mean, really bad stuff.
There's a lesson to be had, boys and girls out there who are watching this Hangin' and Banging, and artists on lockdown. There's a great story right there. That's
the object of this documentary.
Oh,
I'm going to do on Saturday.
That's on Saturday. What channel is it?
Well, what's going to be on Prime? They're just filming it and they're going to edit it.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you know when it comes out.
Okay,
Please do. That's going to affect a lot of lives, man, because music has saved so many lives over the years. And even now, the kids today, the kids today, they depend on it, and that's why guys like you are so important. Nico, I mean, what do you got coming up now? I mean, things are starting to lighten up a little bit. I mean, are they telling you that you're going out?
Well, tell them what we did.
Oh, this is great. So Don Farmalero, a very dear friend, he put together a track, the old Beatles. Well, I say the old Beatles song is from like '65, and it come together. And he had his mate I can't remember the name of the fella, arrange it, and it's gone from like 4 minutes to 10.
Yeah.
And there's all these different sections in there. So like a swing jazz section. And then there's this kind of funky groove bit, and there's a couple of sections.
There's a rock groove.
Yeah, there's a rock groove. So originally Dom asked me to do it. Then I didn't hear from him. So I kind of got my nose got, as much as it can be put out of joint, boys and girls. So I said, no, I'm not doing it. And then he spoke to Carmine. And so Carmine talked to me. He said, come on, Dom really wants you to do it. He said,
well, actually, you said, I invited you to do it at my studio.
That's right.
You said I'm not doing it. I said,
That's right.
okay.
I'm not doing it.
And then Dom called me and said, I just talked to Nico. He's going to do it. Can he do it at your studio? I said, I already told him he could do it at my studio.
So anyway, that was great. So I was, because Carmine, he moved down here just on like a year ago. It was about a year ago. I mean,
one year ago Tuesday. 1 year ago last Tuesday.
So there you go. Happy birthday for the Hangin' and Bangin', and happy anniversary for moving down here.
Yeah.
Now you can work out which way round you want those to. Right.
I like it.
So
thank you, Nico.
I just come on over. So I got a chance to see him in his new drum, and so I took my snare drum, bunch of cymbals, and my foot pedal, and Carmine said, "You can use my kit." One of them, because he's got a ton of drum sets down there. Yeah. So he put his steel drum, bass drums up for me, and bass drum.
Right. And I made it look like one bass drum.
It did, and he filmed it, and I did my little piece. Carmine, you did yours a couple of weeks prior to that.
Yeah, I did. It was a nightmare for me.
So anyway, we get down to his place, beautiful little studio. And he's got all these bits and bobs set up, his computer digital stuff, and a couple of cameras. And Vinny is the master whiz kid technician who gets all the sounds for Carmine. So hats off to you, Vinny, when you come in. Anyway, so
but Vinny had nothing to do with the sounds that day. I did that.
No, he did. He told me
big brother did.
Right. So the kid's pretty much ready to go, and I put my snare drum up, did this little kind of rock piece in the middle, and then there was a couple of 8-bar solo sections, and then the end bit. And so we did the end bit.
And he's being modest. He kicked ass.
Oh, bless. So he did the end bit.
His right foot was smoking. I'm looking out going, put your shoes on, buddy. Maybe you'll play better. His right foot was just rocking so hard.
Yeah, it was great. We had such a good time. And so then he goes, you can bugger off out the room a minute. I'm going to kind of do a little mini mix for you, and I'm going to whack it through these room speakers and re-record it. So then I come back in and he said, what do you think of that? I said, great. He goes, well, there's only one thing wrong with it. He said your snare drum's a bit live, Nick. He said, can I taming it down? I said, no, you don't touch my snare drum sound. He says, no, there's a lot of ring going on. I said, let them deal with it. When you send it off to Dom, if they don't like it.
I'm with you.
Yeah, we had a great time, didn't we? And
it was awesome.
And Carmine's drum tech was there helping us out. He'd been down helping Carmine do some bits and bobs on the house. So I was lucky.
My tech is Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy.
Shaggy.
And I did mention to him that I needed a handyman at my home because my missus has been on at me about, like the honey do list over the pandemic has gone from that.
Right.
Hang
for
on.
all of us, believe me.
See,
for all of us.
Changing a light bulb's too difficult for me now because she won't let me get on a step ladder.
I don't blame her.
No,
you shouldn't have to by now.
I don't like getting on a step ladder either.
No, so anyway, so we had a great time doing this piece of music.
We did.
I'm going to be very. So the general idea was he wanted to put 100 drummers on it.
Yeah.
Right. So
he wants 100 drummers on 10 minutes. I said to the guy, I said, look, how are you going to get 100 guys on? What, everybody can play 2 beats? Put 7 to 10 guys on the song, one, and 2 weeks later do another 10, and over 10 weeks you get your 100 guys. He says, oh, that's a pretty good idea. I said, oh, yeah.
It's a great idea.
It makes more sense, doesn't it, to do something like that? But anyway, they've gone ahead and got some great players on the track. So looking forward to having a listen to it. And apparently he did say to me, I don't know if he told you the same thing, Carmine, at the very end section, there's like this
Triplets. Triplets.
Triplets. And he says, I want everybody to play the same thing.
Yeah.
So Muggins here just did it all on the snare drum, so just to be different. So on my ringings, you know, the one that's got the ring in it.
That is gonna be, now you can't hide that, Carm. You got to share that with all of us. There's so many of us that wants to hear some of the. You got these side projects that you've been teased us with all 52 weeks, and a guy that's got so many projects. I mean, another one of our friends. Matter of fact, he's just calling in. We're gonna pop him on. Very special guest. He's been our guest before. You're talking about a producer extraordinaire, entertainer extraordinaire, one of the legendary names in music, entertainment, rock and roll. Mr. Mark Hudson is with us tonight. Hey. What the hell are you doing?
Where are you?
Mama Luke's. Carmine.
Where are you, dude?
You know, I'm in Rhode Island.
Oh, dude, I thought I told you. I thought you okayed it.
No,
we got Mark.
Of course I okayed it, but I didn't hear from you since last. Yeah.
Oh,
Mark, okay. But I got to tell you, we were looking. Can you just take out there? Okay, because okay, everybody, now look at everybody. Just admire that facial hair. And since you've been on our show, Carmine and I, we've been practicing, rehearsing, in honor of you.
In honor of you.
Oh
we
God.
We thought we would do a little something. We've been working really hard on this, and you know what the funniest thing? Wait. Well, here it is. Can you look on your screen? Because we want to be like you musically. We want to be like you.
Your image.
Your image. And you know what Mark? But you know.
Oh wait. Maybe hold on. Maybe we should do this.
Oh yeah, this is even better. This is even better. But here's the thing. Wait, you want to hear the funny thing about this, Mark? So Carmine comes up with this right after the show, after the last time you're on the show. So we got to order this freaking $6.99 hairpiece. I gotta order. I order it. I get here. I'm at a freaking winery. See, look at the background. And I'm in a winery in California. I bring this wig with me all the way in the freaking plane. They think I'm a freaking ridiculous individual. I put it down here on the patio. And just as the show's starting, they've got this beautiful big dog came and grabbed it and was running all over the world. I'm like, that's our whole bit for the show. And the dog's grabbing it. That will be at our second anniversary. But I just want you to know, this is how much we think of you, Mark. Man. This is how much. And let me just tell you something. Bumblefoot, you better look out, buddy, because in the next couple of shows, me and Carmine, I can do a little something for you too, brother.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
I go way back with Bumblefoot. Bumble, my brother.
It's great to see you, man. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's good to see you.
Nice to see you too, man.
How do you go back? How do you go back? How do you go back with Bumblefoot?
I got him a blank DAT tape he needed.
No, you know what it was? It was some show where people were signing autographs, and we were in New Jersey someplace, and they had like all these people, and there was the Bumble.
Oh, Chiller Theater.
Yeah.
Chiller, that was it.
Must have been Chiller Theater, yeah.
Chiller. Nobody plays like the Bumble.
No, there's nobody like him.
You know what? Congratulations on lasting a year. I don't know many brother acts that can actually make that happen.
I know, right?
Rough.
We don't believe it either.
We don't.
But you know what? In reference for we have, you have an anniversary, your birthday, you have to have a cake, right?
So you're supposed to. I didn't get a cake.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I got a cake, I think.
You got a cake?
Yeah, I got a cake. But you know what? We're trying to light the candle and the fans I got going. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes.
You saw what he did with the decorations.
Miss Leslie is.
I'm suffering.
She's suffering trying to light. Let me help her. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Never give a drummer a job to do outside of drumming.
Shut up, you.
Look at the decorations.
Let's sing happy anniversary. You ready? Here we go.
Do this.
Here we go. Happy anniversary.
So we got a cake. Let's see the.
Happy anniversary.
Well done.
Look at that. 52 weeks.
Hi, Leslie.
52 weeks.
52 weeks old. By now, you should all be
Good for
potty
you. You
trained.
made it.
But I'm
Yay.
pretty sure Vinny isn't.
Number
All
one.
right,
or two.
Leslie, thank you for dealing
No,
with us,
that's-
Leslie. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
There it is. 52 weeks. We're going to
Thank
cut
you.
it,
Day over 50.
and we're going to have a piece of cake for you guys.
Well, can't you ship it to us or anything?
Thank you. And you know
Yeah,
what?
hold
Hey,
on. Shh.
do you-
Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Carmine,
it. Cut a
you know,
piece?
Sure.
Okay. I'm
What did Ron go under a sun lamp? What's happening over there?
I'm out in the
Did Ron
sun.
go under a sun lamp?
Yeah, he's in a winery. He's in Rhode Island.
Oh,
He's in Florida, and Bumblefoot's in Jersey, right?
Yeah.
And we're in
It's a small world
Florida.
after all.
Yes,
Unbelievable.
it
Carmine,
is.
and you know what the thing is? I never heard from you again, and I can have my own Easter egg. So you have to go, Mark, tomorrow at 7:00. All I did was I sent you the video, and never
But I
heard from
thought-
you again.
But I thought Ben sent you stuff.
Well, you're on now.
It doesn't
You're
matter.
on now.
Here, you're
I'm here
here.
now.
Hey, guess
Thank
what?
Thank you.
That's
Vinny
all that
was
matters.
here. Vinny was here, and he left. He's at a rehearsal.
So
I think that's absolutely disgraceful. I mean, it's his first year anniversary of being hanging and banging. He should be on here, not practicing.
You should give him some hell.
I will. I'm
Give it
jealous.
some hell.
All right,
Mark,
and
once
now,
again, just like everybody
I'm
else,
staying
Mark,
out of
we wanted to thank you for the contributions you made to our show as
Yeah,
well.
man.
It's been
Yeah.
great having you on as well, man. Thank
okay,
you.
here's a piece of the cake. I'm gonna have
No
a
problem.
bite for all of us.
Anytime,
Very nice looking. Look at that.
It's
Anytime you
chocolate
guys
and
want it,
vanilla.
man.
Ooh.
Oh, right from
Anytime,
Publix.
just let you know, right?
All your Floridians, right from Publix.
They do great cakes. That's without a doubt.
Cheers.
Hey, we got a couple other shout outs. Several other people want to say hello to us. Ben, why don't you roll a couple of those real quick?
Yeah.
And then we got a contest we got to introduce.
Hey, hi.
I'm going back to the
Ryan here,
restaurant.
out on my ranch in Finland. I just wanted to take a minute to wish you guys a happy anniversary. Happy anniversary to Hangin' and Bangin', Carmine, Vinny, and Ron. You guys are the best, okay? And we'll catch up to you. I ain't horsing around, but I am going to go to the same hairdresser.
Hey, Carm, Vinny, and Ron, it's
Thank
Eddie
you.
Trunk. Just want to wish you a happy 1 year anniversary of Hangin' and Bangin'. Had a great time being on the show with you guys. Here's to another great year. All the best.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Wow.
Eddie Trump.
Yeah, Mr. T.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and I'd like to wish Hangin' and Bangin' a happy 52-week anniversary.
Wow.
Wow, that's almost like a whole year.
You gotta love it.
The weird Al look. I tell you, we had nothing but fun on this show. I got to tell you guys. So, real quick here, guys. Here's what we're doing because we love everybody so much. I mean, all the people that have been watching this. We've got this big contest now. The winner is going to get all expense paid trip for two out to my place in Chicago, the Arcada Theater, for any show. Hopefully, it's a Vanilla Fudge show or a Last in Line show or one of your guys' shows that are coming. But you get your choice of any show you want. You get backstage passes. You get a VIP dinner, overnight stay in one of our themed hotel rooms. I mean, it's a major VIP package, courtesy of Hangin' and Bangin', Artists on Lockdown. Anywhere in the world, you're going to come and see us. So here's all you got to do. You got to make sure that you like, share, and tell all your friends about this show. And we are going to go on all the lists of all the people who've shared, all the people who've liked. We're going to put it in this drawing, and we're going to draw someone each week. We're going to do this for 8 weeks. Next week, we're going to announce this week's winner. And at the end, when we have eight semifinalists, we are going to pick the winner for an all-expense paid trip to Chicago, to the Arcada Theater for VIP accommodation. So do it now. Like it, share it, everybody. Let everybody know how much you love Hangin' and Bangin', Artists on Lockdown. Yes.
Yeah, man.
Ron, can I actually can I do it?
Yeah, you could do it. You could do it, Mark.
I'll join the contest. Yeah.
Join the contest.
Let me tell you, Nico, that cake was great.
Consider it.
I was salivating watching you eat it, actually.
Mark, are you going to actually join the contest, Mark?
Come on over tomorrow. The whole thing is left.
Okay, mate. Stick it in the fridge.
I'm joining the contest.
That's
I'm going
awesome,
back
Mark.
in the restaurant, guys.
All right,
Thanks
dude.
for joining us, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marco. Take care, mate.
I'll see you around the block.
Congratulations,
I'll be
guys.
in
I
New
love
York. I'll be in New York on June 23rd. I'll see you around the block.
Hey, Ben, we
Carmine,
got
just
another.
call me down 1 block away. Let's meet for coffee.
Okay.
Okay, guys.
Mark actually
Peace out.
lives. Mark
Bye.
lives around the corner from me, from us in New York City.
Wow, that's cool. What a cool dude.
He's
What
a cool guy.
dude.
Hey,
And
that
he
was how funny was that? How fun was that?
Well, I'm just telling you.
Hi, right? How are you?
It's so funny. Hey, we got a couple other clips. Ben, show us our next one of our favorite moments from our show here over the last 52 weeks. Yeah, man.
And I didn't know a guitar could make a
I know that
sound
guy.
like that. I had never heard, my ears had never heard anything like that.
This was the
It was as
Eddie
if your
Van
eyes
Halen
saw a new
tribute show.
color for the first time. It was just mind blowing. It just.
There he is.
And I was just like, more, show me more. And then he showed me Eruption. And
oh my God.
Yeah, and I was hooked. So I got a cassette copy of Eruption, and I just sat there just listening to like 3 notes at a time, and just getting it down. 3 notes. 3 notes. And just learning it. And then once I learned it, I opened up the cassette and I flipped the reels and put it back so that everything on the tape is backwards. And then I learned it backwards.
Everybody talks about Eruption, but I remember a moment in my life somewhat earlier when I was about 12 or 13 on an AM radio in my mom's 63 Ford Falcon in this band called the Amboy Dukes, and this sustained feedback note came out in the middle of the song, and I was like, what the F was that? And so, you know.
There it is.
Yeah. And
there it is.
God bless you, Steve.
There it is.
You know, I was totally excited.
Hey, rock and roll.
Totally. All right.
Ted Nugent. Yeah, I came up with that. I was only 18 years old. I don't know how the fuck I figured that out, except listening and putting the needle on B.B. King stuff, and putting the needle on Bo Diddley, and putting the needle on Chuck Berry, putting the needle when the Cream. That was before the Cream, actually. I would put the needle on these Jimmy McCarty's Mitch Ryder stuff, and I would find these notes that I had no idea worked in a chord pattern, and I came up with that. It was pretty damn cool.
Hey, Ted, you're just like Eddie in a way, because when you play, you make the coolest, funny faces.
Can't help it.
Right?
I consider good music like a butt fucking.
Me too.
And I think if you really take it in, your face will represent the atrocities.
Well, so much for that gig on the Disney Channel we were trying for. You can always count on good old Uncle Ted to bring it full circle, right?
Hey, you know what I think is funny about that, Ted? Look at, I had black hair.
I know.
I didn't recognize you.
The evolution of your hair. You know, talking about evolution, I remember our very first show. I remember pull up that picture, Ben, of Steve Love and Carmine when they're starting to talk about this whole situation, about this show. And it was something that he and Carmine thought to bring to fruition. And for some, I don't even know how it happened.
Look at that. Nico, look at that.
Look at that.
Oh, look at you.
That's a great picture.
That's cracking, isn't it?
Yeah, that's over the house when they came over the house.
Yeah.
So Carmine, you and Steve are putting together this show. How did this? There it is. There it is. And all of a sudden,
I remember that.
I know we knew each other, obviously, because we played together in my venues and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm very again, you know how I feel, how blessed I am to be a part of this thing. But you guys gave me a call and asked if I'd like to be a part of this. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, with Carmine apiece and even Vinny. I mean, you're talking about legends here. And look at that. There we are. I used to know Steve from doing all the, you know, we'd see each other at the trade shows, you know, in New York and LA and everywhere, and then Nashville. And this whole thing happened. I remember when I rehearsed and I had all these notes and I put guitars behind me, and watch how green. This is our very first show. And look at what it kicks ass. Look how.
And tonight we are hanging and banging with my buddy Carmine apiece. How you doing, buddy?
Hey man, I'm good. How you doing?
You know what? This is so cool for me, and I know for everybody out there, but I am such a fan. And to be with you tonight and to be able to do this, I just got to thank Steve and Ben and everybody and you for allowing me this time with one of my rock and roll heroes.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, how many times have I played your venues? I mean, we love playing with you. You're the greatest promoter. You know, you always treat the bands great. And you make some great food. Your meatballs are awesome.
I mean, from then on, I got to tell you, it's been a freaking whirlwind ever since. We've had well over 100 guests. We've had obviously 52 great shows, and it looks like people from all over the world are loving it. Don't forget, next week is another example of a great show. We've got Desmond Child on next week, who is one of the greatest rock and roll songwriters of all time. I mean, Living on a Prayer for Bon Jovi. Aerosmith, Alice Cooper.
You can't even mention. I looked them up on Wikipedia. The list was like filled up my screen. Then it kept scrolling. It kept scrolling with all these hits. This guy, it's unbelievable the amount of great songs he's written.
Well, that's next week, as we are every Thursday night, hanging and banging right here, 6 o'clock Central, 7 Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, and 2 o'clock in the afternoon somewhere. So,
in Alaska.
Yes, and on behalf of everybody, with Steve Love and all his crew, Benjamin, we all want to thank you so much. You're the Oz behind the curtain, making it happen. Thank you, and we just have to thank everyone involved here. I know we got some credits we're going to run, but really, especially
Nico, thank you, Nico Bumblefoot, thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you, gentlemen.
But we have a special event for Bumblefoot's going to do for us too, right?
Well, we're going to do. You know what? We had this idea that everything that's going on in this country. You know, we talk about the power of music. We talk the power of brotherhood and sisterhood. Let's heal. Let's just put everything behind us and move forward, because we have to. We have to get along. And there's nothing like this great country and everything that it stands for. So from us to you, for all the rock and rollers, all the true Americans, we love America. We love our flag. We love our friends like Nico and everybody across the pond all over that support us here in America. So we love you guys. But from all of us to all of you, we're going to go out Jimi Hendrix style. One of the greatest guitar players of all time, Ron Thal Bumblefoot, is going to take us out. Thank you, everybody. Man. We'll see you each week, Thursday night, here, Hanging and Banging, Artists on Lockdown. Until then, God bless America, and God bless rock and roll.
Yes, man.
Thank you, Bumblefoot. Thank you all out there for watching us each week on Artists in Lockdown, Hanging and Banging. God bless you all. God bless rock and roll, and God bless America. We'll see you next week, as we are each week, every Thursday night. Good night, everybody.